This is a game that you could hear me talk about quite often on this channel. I used to play this game very actively from 2014, basically since its release up until around 2018-2019 when I did quit this game. And now I have decided to come back, and I see that my good old ships are still there. You know, it's quite nostalgic to look at these ships because I haven't been changing them over like 6-7 years now. The exact same build, exact same modules, and of course the exact same camouflage pattern. I used to play with a lot of very good people in this game. Unfortunately, most of them did quit around the time I did, but who knows, perhaps they eventually come back. I would be very happy if they would come back to this game. Now, when I did stop playing this, we didn't have most of the pink ships over there, or purple ships, depends which color you prefer. But I did unlock all of the ships, well, most of them. I used to play tacklers, interceptors, and frigates. However, the alien ships were, when they were released, they were really strong, and one of the big reasons why I did quit this game was because of the alien ships. But we will see if that has any difference now. I'm very curious to see if they have nerfed them. We have rank 1 to rank 16. Now, some of the ships that I fly here are rank 11. Some of the ships are better than the rank offers, but this is usually my main lineup that I use. One engineering frigate, one covert ops, one interceptor, and a guard frigate. In this game, frigates and destroyers are the largest ship class. I was always the healer. I was always flying this ship. I really like this ship. I still do. And I built it for DPS. This is a engineering frigate that has over 6000 DPS, which is, in this game, quite a bit. Alright, well, let's jump in the first match. The first match, after a lot of years have passed. Back when I was playing this a lot more actively, I was actually in the top 10 or in the top 5 on the leaderboard. At one point, top place. In the good old days, a long time ago. I really doubt that I will climb to that position again because of the new ships, which are vastly superior to the ships that I have. But I will do my best with the ships that I own at the moment. Now, this is one of my favorite ships that I'm currently flying. It's using the Phase Fluxer weapon, one very evil weapon that was really salty when it was released a couple years ago. And this ship is rank 11, but it actually performs better than the higher rank tacklers of this faction. I actually prefer this ship over the
enemy ship destroyed.
Over the highest ranking tackler. Now, this is a fighter, by the way. It's classified as a fighter. Role is, I think, covert ops. I don't know. I actually forgot the roles, but this thing can cloak for a certain amount of time. And I primarily use it as a long range ship because this is one of the ways how you can deal with those annoying alien ships that are nearly immortal. When they were released, I was still flying this thing back a couple years ago, and even with those alien ships being really strong and really overpowered, I was still able to do really good. At the time, of course, it will take a while for me to... What the hell is this shit? I have never seen this before. There is a lot of... And usually I get killed by by ships that I've never seen before, because that's how this game works. The more expensive the ship, the higher performance. This is why I prefer games like EVE, where tactics are everything. However, I'm doing well for the ship that I'm currently flying. Now this ship on paper is nothing special, but when you start flying it, it's a totally different story, especially with this weapon. I remember how much I made people mad by using the phase flux weapon. You basically guide the projectile with the mouse, and it's really difficult to dodge that. Although the mouse sensitivity might need some improvement, because my mouse is a little bit too fast for my taste. And also one fun fact, I used to play this game with ridiculously high mouse sensitivity in order to be able to hit those alien ships. I had to do that because those things were orbiting you at such high velocities, you really had no other chance to track them. We are winning so far, 13-5. All of our beacons seem to be okay. Now, the medium ship class, in this case the tacklers, in this game are perfect to go and kill interceptors and other tacklers. The big ships are good to shoot down other big ships. And we also have the destroyers that I don't like them. Not because they're bad, they're overpowered. And it takes a while to build one, so I'm not really interested in those ships. But they're really strong, really tanky and high DPS. At the time when they were released, they broke the game. This game was so much fun in 2014, 2015, up until the rank 11 destroyers were released. That's when I was top of the leaderboard, because the only way how you lose rank is if you have to fight ships that are vastly superior to your ship. And this is exactly what happens in this game. But honestly, I think I'm doing really well so far. Based on the fact that I haven't been playing this in years, I think I'm doing pretty good. Perhaps I will return to my former glory in this game. You will see. At the moment, I have such a nostalgic feeling because, man, I used to play this all day. And it really makes me sad to look at the friend list to see some of my old friends not being logged in for 1450 days. But who knows, perhaps they stumble upon this video. I'm pretty sure they will notice the pilot and the pilot's name. Quite recognizable. Well, what was that? I have no idea. But yeah, that's a destroyer. You get yeeted in one hit, and there's nothing you can do about it. But my score is okay. Currently, highest score in the team, which is nice. I used to enjoy the engineering frigate role a lot. My first high-ranking ship was the engineering frigate that I still love and I still fly. A truly iconic ship, and that's why it's on the first page. On the ship window at the start of the game. The big ships are still at a disadvantage here as I see the frigates. To be more accurate.
ship
Okay,
destroyed.
nice. Now this thing actually has target painters and a module that's similar to a warp scrambler that turns off the micro-drive or active burner in this game.
Warning. Shields down.
Okay, that thing got destroyed.
Enemy beacon captured.
And also something that you'll notice here, the less health your target has, the harder it gets to kill them. Also, one thing that is quite common to the alien ships, which definitely broke the game back then.
We're both on the same target. Fire off a missile.
That's why I say that these things are immortal. However, I feel like they became weaker. They're definitely easier to kill now than they were before. You know something is wrong when a interceptor
Enemy ship
in this game
destroyed.
has the tank of a destroyer, the DPS of a destroyer, and the maneuverability of a interceptor. Basically, the definition of broken. However, that seems to be fixed now, because I don't see those ships have 8 million health. They actually go down like the normal ships do. And this is a high rank match. Perhaps I should have went with a low tier match. Just to warm up, but I thought that I wasn't that rusty. Oh, and looks like my mouse and keyboard disconnected. Hold a second. Not really sure what's happening here. Okay, well, we won anyway. The mouse and keyboard died for a second. Okay, now it works. Well then, that was a lovely first match. A very lovely first match. $3,100 points, that's, you know, if we ignore that I haven't played like in 3 years, yeah, that's a pretty solid score. I'm not going to complain. Alright, let's go to the next round. Lava Spines. Yeah, this wakes up some good memories that I had. The maps in this game are really nice, and the combat is quite dynamic, as you could see. Battle mode 4 lives. I don't really remember that mode. I know we had like the guard, the commander or something like that. We had beacon hunt, beacon defense, team deathmatch, and there were a couple more that I used to really enjoy. The commander mode was ridiculous. You would be the commander and you would have 200% extra damage, 200% extra speed. You would pop anything. But if you die, then you can't respawn anymore. And basically, once all ships go down, you lose or you win. Depends on the team side that you're on. Looks like I was getting shot by some alien weapons. The alien weapons, as well as their ships, are broken, and obtaining them is actually a pain in the rear because it takes a while. But I will keep the old school weapons. I don't really need to use overpowered ships and overpowered weapons to do well in this game. This ship with this weapon is more than enough. That's how it used to be a long time ago, and that's how it is even today. Where is that destroyer? It cloaked, or it jumped. Well, it jumped. Okay. Not really sure what's like the most broken ship in the game at the moment. I'm pretty sure there's a couple of them, but at the time when I used to play, it was the alien ships. I really don't like them, and I still don't like them. That's why I make them the primary target every time I see them. Now, I'm pretty sure that I will have to change the module layout on most of my ships, because I'm pretty sure that my current builds are quite, let's say, outdated. So perhaps I can improve the performance of these ships. I mean, it's still quite funny because this build is like, I don't know, 5-6 years old, and I still do quite well. Now here you can build your ship to be a tank, you can build your ship to be full DPS. Not really sure what's the best anymore. At the time when I used to play, I did build my ships tanky. Now you know where I get the inspiration from for my builds in EVE Online, why I like to build tanks. One of the big reasons is because of this game I used to build tanky ships. With exceptions, of course. This ship is one big exception to that rule. However, I feel like it's not maneuvering as much as it used to. So perhaps they have been nerfed, or perhaps I have messed up with the setup. Because these things used to move really quickly left and right, really hard to hit. And my kill got stolen. I see that issue hasn't been fixed. If you steal the kill, you get most of the points. That kinda sucks. Okay, let's fall back for a second. Each faction in this game has its own traits. Some of them are tanky, some of them are fast, some of them have good shields, good armors, or good hulls in this case. Or some have everything, like the alien ships used to have. Especially the recon interceptor. Those things were ridiculously annoying. Well, that's one. Speaking of the devil, that's one of these annoying interceptors. That's not the real one. They can teleport. They can do that, and there is nothing you can do about it. The only way how to deal with that is a torpedo to the wall. That tactic is old, unfortunately. Torpedoes are only for the big ships, not for the small ones. The torpedo to the wall tactic made a lot of players angry back in the day. You would hug a rock, the interceptors would attack you, and you would yeet one torpedo right in the rock, and that would kill them. And they did not like that at all. Worked especially well with a ship that had a lot of resistance. The one thing that I noticed, the resistance values on my ships did go down, and I don't like that. I like my ship tanky, so I guess that's one thing that has been changed. The ships are less tanky now. That's one thing that I noticed when I looked at the ship characteristics screen. And that frigate survived somehow. That's what I said when I was talking about the less health they have, the harder it gets to kill them. Which is really dumb, but it is what it is. Okay, let's ignore that interceptor for now. And let's not get close to the neutron star in the middle. It does affect the ship, as you can see. I used to be so salty while playing this game. I wish I recorded some of my reactions. It was pure gold. It was pure gold. I just realized how much I changed. I used to be the saltiest player around. Literally. At least in this game. Some like 7 years ago. But in the end, I only have good memories of this game. You know, back then, I feel like 2016 was the golden year of gaming for some reason. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but I used to enjoy games back then so much, and this game was part of it. I'm getting focused by 7 ships, that's not good. And there is a interceptor behind me, typical. Once that happens, there is nothing you can do. Because you can't outmaneuver them, you can't see them, you can't kill them, you can only go poof. Was a lot worse. Back a couple years ago. Was a lot worse. Okay, we have one cloaky tackler. That cloak. Imagine the shock. Cloaky tackler cloak. That one guard frigate is... What was that? That was a very nice looking missile effect.
Only a bit left to go. Attack!
And that one has been destroyed. Oh, okay, nice. Let's look for a new target. I will have to get used to the controls again if I want to fly a interceptor. Flying interceptors used to be really fun, although not with 116 ping. That's not going to happen. That's not going to be fun. Okay, this is a rank 16 Covert ops, and these things are also pretty dangerous. So let's wait for them to fly by, and now let's shoot them from the back, because that's... Oh, he's coming back. Well, famous last words.
Warning. Shields down.
And he talked. Okay. He got killed. Nice. Let's go after that thing. Scrambled, target painted, and destroyed. Always satisfying to kill these small things. I will definitely have to change the build. This doesn't feel like it used to feel. The ship used to be faster, more agile. And the salt in this game was real as well. Not nearly enough as salty as Eve, but you know, the salt is there. Always is, always will be.
Warning. Shields
And
down.
time for me to go. Couple more seconds until victory, and we won. That was a lovely match. That was a very solid match. Okay, let's open up these boxes for loot. I like that they have added a lot more new maps. I'll also show you how the PvE works, but I thought to start this game with PvP. After all, that's what I was doing most of the time in this game. Not a bad score, could have been better. A lot of the kills were stolen from me, but that's fine. I'm flying a rank 11 ship in a rank 16 battle. And I'm doing well. I'm quite happy with that, honestly. It's hilarious when this ship works better than the rank 15 or 16 tackler of this faction. Not really sure why that's the case, but yeah, those other ships just don't feel like this one. Even the Tiger 2, which is the more advanced version of this ship, feels worse than this one. I still keep using it. Iconic ship for me, honestly, at this moment. All of these ships that you see are iconic ships for me. Back when... Okay, what do we have there? We have a dead frigate. Well, frigate interceptor. In this case, interceptors are not classified as frigates. They're classified as something super small. Okay, got yeeted. Let's go after this one. Well, I think I'm very dead here. Yes, I think I'm dead. Let's try to evade those little... Or I'm alive. Alright. The maneuverability on this thing is not the best, but its strafing speed is the thing that I was going for. Basically, this ship is a sniper. Kill things at long range. The guard drones are definitely a lot more tanky than they used to be. They used to die in one hit, now it takes like 50, which is a interesting change. Okay, let's go after the... Well, somehow my shots are going through that ship, which is hilarious. Yep, my shots are going right through. That's weird. Wouldn't be surprised if there is a module that allows you to be invulnerable for, I don't know, a minute or something, because that's what used to be the case with some of the modules back then. So far we are winning. Looks to be like a easy match. Famous last words. I remember losing some rounds that were literally like impossible to lose, so anything is possible. Especially once the alien ships and destroyers start running around. Basically, if that happens, the team with more of these ships wins. Because, well, that's how much of a difference the ship type has. That's how much difference the ship type makes in this game. And I would still do fairly well with this ship. because I don't really need those ships to do well in this game. Experience over wallets. That's how I used to be. That's how I plan to keep on playing this game. Although a lot of things have changed, so I will definitely need some time to learn how, not learn, but you know, change the ships, adjust the ships. But man, does this feel nostalgic to be playing again. I used to love this game so much. I still do. I have some really fantastic memories from this game. Score 13-6. We are winning and we are capturing one of the beacons. I'm also getting shot by something that I don't see. Don't be surprised if you get killed by something that you don't even notice, because, well, you have some of the alien ships and new ships that do that. You don't even see them and they kill you, and there's nothing you can do about it. Again, a torpedo to the wall does solve the problem. And I plan to fly the frigates just to show you how it works. However, in most cases, the tackler ship is actually the better choice if you want to win the match. Although I like to fly the frigates, I love to fly the frigates. If I want to win, I have to fly this, because one of the ways how to counter these things is to fly this ship. And I'm getting hit by something, which is weird. Okay, let's see. Let me take range. You can actually hit ships behind obstacles with this weapon. I used to do that a lot, and trust me, I made a lot of players angry with that.
Enemy ship destroyed.
They would hide behind an asteroid or something like that, and I would just maneuver the projectile around the rock and I would just slap them. And they did not like that at all. They did not like that at all. Okay, that frigate vanished. I'm pretty sure they will pop in around me at some point. That's what they do. Or not. The interceptor died somewhere. Okay.
Enemy beacon captured.
There's the interceptor. Told you they would come back. That's what they do. And I missed somehow with that. That's the real one. They can spawn copies, and that way confuse you. The alien ships could spawn like 6 copies, I think. And yeah, good luck finding the real one. Okay, nice. 4 minutes left in the match. We are winning so far quite nicely. And this is the ship that I used to climb on top of the leaderboard back then. This exact ship with this exact build. Although now outdated, it still does work. It still does work really well, not complaining. Which is funny because usually I make my builds last. When I build a ship, it means that it can be useful even after nerfs, even after the meta changes. It still can be used and still really well. And that's one thing that I still keep in EVE. Basically all of my ships is there even after developers nerf something, change something. The ship with that exact build is still going to work really well and you will not have any problems with it. Because I do take longevity very seriously. Especially in more serious games like EVE where everything matters. And my kill got stolen. That's one of the drawbacks of this ship. If you don't kill by the time the projectile reaches the target, yeah, you are probably going to miss, and well, the kill will be will be stolen. But we are winning 21 to 14 and we have captured 2 beacons, which is a very nice advantage that we have at the moment. A very nice advantage.
Directing fire at B beacon.
And this interceptor doesn't take damage at all. Not really sure how, but okay. I'm pretty sure it's a module that you can fit on these ships because, yeah, this game does work like that. You have modules that give you invincibility and, well, things like that. But it's what it is.
Shields down.
Nothing what a torpedo to the wall can't fix. Seems like they can't avoid explosion damage. And this is the last beacon to capture.
Enemy
And
beacon
this was a
captured.
victory. Nice. That was a lovely match. That was a very lovely match.
Victory is ours.
Well done. Yeah, this game is fun. This game is indeed fun, and I'm having as much fun as I used to, I think. Just need to, you know, get used to the controls, get used to the game, change my build, weapons, and things like that. Alright, well, with that being said, hope that you enjoyed. Was a very nice run with this game. We'll definitely be playing more of it in the future. So with that being said, stay safe, fly safe, and I'll see you next time.